Lost in swirling thoughts. I feel like I'm drowning. Struggling to breathe, suffocating in my mind's grasp. Choking on worries, everything starts blackening.
Your lighthouse shines inside my soul, guiding me when the world takes its toll.
Priscilla and I have been friends since we were born, as long as I can remember. We have always had a lot in common. Even now that we're adults, we remain similar. We are both artists. Priscilla is a painter and I'm a filmmaker. Another similarity we have is that we both live with anxiety. It's an ongoing battle that we each fight in our own way. Now I'm traveling to the Netherlands to capture her world.
I'm Priscilla Koopman. My artist name is Alice Serbert. I'm a mental health artist / neurodivergent psychedelic artist, and I create art. My art is mostly about expressing my mental health and finding connections with other people. And it's also a lot about kind of finding the beauty in grotesque things. That's why I also a lot of time create like weird, cute but grotesque creatures that kind of represent some of my mental health. I have an anxiety disorder. I've been suffering from anxiety as long as I can remember. I suffered from anxiety before I even knew what anxiety was. That's how long. It's something that is so part of me that even like from the moment I wake up to the moment I sleep, it's something I actively have to deal with and actively have to fight. I needed an escape from life. I never had a necessarily the healthiest childhood. I had a very stressful childhood, and because of that I wanted to create a world I could escape to and kind of put all my love and control and energy in. School bullying is a huge part of my anxiety. People would throw things at me, pull my hair, spit in my hair. Teacher would not do anything. It has really, the way my brain thinks, the way my brain developed is just full on thinking that everything I do is wrong and I'm always bothering people. My body gives me signs before I even realize I have anxiety. So walking through big crowds, for instance, in Amsterdam, makes me feel like the air in the room is slowly disappearing. Like I'm slowly suffocating. I feel my heart race. I feel my temperature rise. I almost feel like I'm drowning in a sea of people.
Especially
It's a little bit too much. Too many people. I could feel like my anxiety level is rising. More people are here. So thankfully I have this. This helps it. It literally drowns out the noise and just makes me be able to breathe again and feel like I'm able to float instead of drowning. Beelden Gesproken is a beautiful art collection and gallery. So it's a place where they actually try to promote our work, sell it, or rent it out. And it's a gallery based on mostly artists with psychological problems or anything like that. It's to give them a podium and to actually put them out in the world. The reason why I got with them is interesting story. It was right after my dad died. COVID happened. I started to send out applications to some galleries. And I sent one to Beelden Gesproken. And I didn't hear anything for 2 years. And in those 2 years, I was struggling a lot. And like a lot of things in my life went really bad. And it's been one of the hardest parts of my life, honestly. And then last year, I got a call, and the call was, hey, we've been trying to get in contact with you because we saw your work and we're really interested. And since then, I've been with them. And as you can see, we're right here at the beautiful Beelden Gesproken Art Gallery and Rental in Amsterdam, the Holland. And right here, we have one of my biggest pieces to date. I've realized I've been wearing a lot of masks, and I've been slowly unmasking and trying to figure out who I really am from the inside. My first memories, like my first ever memories, was like around 3-4 years old. And I vividly remember being in my room and just the walls would be filled with drawings and sketches, literally as far as I could read as a little girl. Because I didn't feel safe in my real life, I created my own little space. I think there's a lot of people who think that people should just get over it, and that is so much easier said than done, because it's not how the brain works. That's not how anxiety works. The whole point about anxiety is to think irrationally. Your logic kind of goes out the window, and it's hard to kind of focus on what's actually true and what's the reality. Dus dit is Rademakersgalerij. Dat is een galerij waar ik graag een keertje hopelijk een show in kan hebben, of een groepshow met meerdere van die geweldige kunstenaars. The gallery that I've been looking at is called Rademakers Gallery in Amsterdam, and it's a gallery based mostly on femme artists who focus on sustainable art. And that really interests me because I also want to kind of switch over to a bit more sustainable, or at least try to work more with recyclable material.
Zou je ze durven bellen?
Nee. Nee, zou jij mij daarbij kunnen helpen?
Ja, ik kan je wel helpen.
Oké, want ik heb echt mijn anxiety, die gaat helemaal door de fucking roof.
Maar we gaan het proberen.
Oké, let's go.
You have nothing to lose, right?
Except my sanity.
They will tell you maybe no.
What if they say like, fuck you, I'm gonna make sure you get in no gallery ever. I know, it doesn't make sense, but my brain does that.
The worst they can say is no.
You hope, yeah. Wij gaan vandaag lekker naar de kringloopwinkel. En wij gaan een tweedehands dingetje vinden voor mij dat ik kan beschilderen. Ik wil wat meer, zeg maar, environmentally friendly zijn. Dus ik wil wat meer dingen gebruiken die ik kan recyclen op een manier. En dan ga ik oude dingen kopen en dat een nieuw leven geven, zeg maar. Holy shit, kijk daar. Misschien kan ik zoiets beschilderen. Dit lijkt me best wel leuk om te schilderen. Weet je wat, ik neem hem gewoon mee in mijn hand. Want hier kan ik misschien wel wat leuks op maken. Oprecht, ik heb een heel goed gevoel over dit. Echt, ik weet niet wat, maar ik denk dat dit hem wordt.
€5, alles bij elkaar.
Oh, dat vind ik echt super.
Hoe is deze?
Dat is geweldig, dank je.
Ja, uitstekend.
Dat was echt de juiste keuze. Ik had een klein beetje stress. En bij een klein beetje, I mean a lot. Of we wat konden vinden. Maar dit was echt de perfecte kringloopwinkel. Dit is precies waar ik aan denk als ik denk aan een kringloopwinkel.
En ook net tijdens het praten had ik een klein beetje stress, want ik vloekte over mijn woorden heen. Maar het is ook goed gegaan. We zijn allemaal weggegaan met een glimlach. Weet je, ik heb dit niet eens vaak gezien. Dat ik dacht, de galerij dit wel leuk zou vinden, hopelijk. Of ze zullen denken, wat ben jij een raar wijf, flikker het erop.
Now I'm the art in a way is like therapy for me. And while creating the art, I tend to discover parts about myself. The hardest part is feeling so stuck and so unsecure and unsure of what's happening that you kind of just... Sometimes you say no to certain opportunities because you're so scared, and that's the pretty bad part. I'll be nauseous, or I will be like sweaty, or too warm or too cold. I will feel my heartbeat kind of going crazy. And sometimes I don't even know why. In anxiety's grip, I feel my skin break. Nerves unraveling, leaving me exposed. Choked by worry, senses start to ache. So I got asked to be on this podcast on the radio. It's a podcast with the title Music to Make Art To. And I got invited to be as a guest artist on the podcast. It's overwhelming. Am I going to talk like a monkey? Am I going to talk like an idiot? Am I going to sound good? Am I going to forget something? Am I talking about the right things? It feels unstoppable. I'm a gremlin. I like to be in a hole and make art and just eat food, and I kind of yell at people that like walk by. No. No, I'd say who the real Priscilla is someone who doesn't give up. Being in a gallery is amazing because it's an opportunity to meet like-minded people and also create connections with people. So I guess I just want a bit more in my portfolio, a bit more different type of art, and then I feel a bit more confident going to them. I guess I create little houses, and here it's not finished yet, but it's like little eyeball people. And I create that because it gives me comfort creating little safe spaces.
Even kijken hoe lang ik nog te slapen heb. 7,5 uur, dus ik kan niet eens volledig slapen. Dat maakt me ook meer anxious. Dus 9 uur opstaan en heb ik maar een uurtje om klaar te maken. En dan moeten we de bus al pakken. Ik voel mijn hartslag gewoon helemaal doedoem. Ik ga dromen dat ik bij die podcast kom zonder een broek.
Oké.
Ik durf te wedden dat ik over zulke dingen ga dromen.
Ik kan zorgen ervoor dat je morgen zeker een broek aan doet.
Ga je een extra broek voor mij meenemen?
Ja.
Voor het geval dat?
Ja, is goed.
Dank je.
Dus
Dat
droom
helpt
daar
mij
maar
anxiety.
over.
Oh.
It's the day of the radio interview, and I'm starting to feel the anxiety really strongly. I think the worst thing for me that could happen is me completely just shutting down, clamping up, stumbling over my words, and just not being interesting enough. And to me, that would... my anxiety makes me feel like that would take away my future chances of being on other podcasts. And I would, doom think and think like I'm gonna like fail at everything and this is gonna ruin my chances of also becoming big as an artist. Just irrational thoughts after irrational thought.
Hi, it's so good to see you. See you. How are you doing?
So my name is Priscilla Koopman and my artist name is Alice Bart. I am a 26-year-old mental health / psychedelic artist who specializes in creative symbolic storytelling using both adorable and grotesque creatures and creations. And through my art, I express my personal traumas and worldview, fostering a dialogue that encourages people to open up, heal, and find comfort in the uncomfortable.
Okay, so we're gonna go to the next song, which is Gorilla's Plastic Beach.
And it just helps me kind of forget I'm living in this world and I step into my own world.
Yeah.
A very colorful, grotesque, cute one.
This song actually feels like your art style.
That makes me so happy. You have no idea.
It's crazy. There's like
I feel like this podcast definitely will help me more in my art career because it forces me to definitely talk more about my work, how I come up with my ideas, what my inspirations are, and it teaches me to really find the right words for what I'm trying to portray. A little trigger warning for anybody listening to the show right now. I will be talking about sexual assault.
Thank you.
And so this song is incredibly important to me because I sadly, just like many other people in this world who are listening right now, I've had an unfortunate thing happen to me where I was sexually assaulted by somebody I was very close to at the time. And I remember on the night itself that it happened, I locked myself in the bathroom and I listened to this song and the one that's coming next on repeat. I would listen to it nonstop. And sadly, that caused me to like associate the trauma with the song. So every time I would try to listen, I would break down, have like flashbacks. I wouldn't feel good. And then one time, the Gorillaz had a concert, and I was in Toronto at the time, and I decided to go myself, just alone. And I was there, I was having a good time, and then out of nowhere, the Gorillaz started to play those two songs, and I didn't expect that. And I remember I froze and I just started sobbing and I was breaking down fully in the middle of the concert, completely alone. And out of nowhere, this girl in front of me, who I've never spoken to, I haven't even seen, she turns around in the middle of the concert, gives me such a big hug and keeps repeating in my ear, "You're okay? I've been through it as well. You're gonna be okay. It's okay. I'm here for you." And the sobbing from pain went to sobbing from happiness. And in that moment, this singular stranger, this girl, she changed my trauma and my association from the song. And now every time I listen to the song, I think about the kindness and the love she showed me.
Wow.
Like I have a love-hate relationship with people. People are the ones that have caused me all this pain and suffering, but it's also people who have given me hope and kindness. And I really want to be like those people. So I want to help people. I want to make them feel like they're actually not alone, that someone on this planet does understand them. We're humans. We are beings that need to be in company with other people. And if you're shunned by other people, that brings such deep anxiety inside. It's insane. My anxiety is partially also because of how the way people have treated me and that I wasn't able to actually be myself because I would be shunned by the people around me or society.
Het beste hoe ik kan beschrijven in Nederland, als ik bijvoorbeeld verdrietig was of ik zat buiten te huilen. Niemand kwam naar mij toe, juist het tegenovergestelde. Ze gingen mij pesten.
It's like at school, being shunned for being myself and being weird and not like the rest. We both, like, we went to the same school as well, and we both have had very interesting experiences there, very, very big traumas created there. Let's go and maybe just scream at the school. Maybe just let out some fucking anger. Yeah, let's just scream. And you know, I have anxiety about screaming because I'm like, oh, what if people see me? But you know what? Screw it.
And we will be together.
Exactly, so we can do it together. I'm gonna scream to that school. just like scream like, you have caused me so many issues. You have caused me so much pain that I still carry to this day. Going to Enschede really just, it puts me into flight or fight mode. School made me feel like I wasn't part of society and that I was never going to fit in. So it was hell. That's what I remember. It literally being, I remember at some points, I remember I got insomnia because I was so stressed about going to school that I would stay up late every night because I just didn't want to, I didn't want the next day to come, I guess, in a way. We're here at the old school, and we had very strong feelings about the school because it was pretty awful to us. So the plan for today, without hopefully involving police, is to kind of scream at it and let go of all this anger that we've been stealing from this awful experience at the school. I'm realizing that city is just pure trauma to me. And there's only a tiny bit of good. Like you were basically like this, the world is the ocean and it's dark and you don't know what there is and it's scary and I'm always going through a storm. And then you're kind of like this lighthouse. No, but actually, like a lighthouse, and I'm able to like find ground and know like, okay, there's at least people out there that completely accept me for who I am, and that it's okay to be who I am. So it was very nerve-wracking in the beginning because like there were lots of people around and kids and stuff, and we were like, oh fuck, what the fuck do we do? The anxiety got the best of us. But then we saw a perfect opportunity. Like the kids were gone from a specific spot. You set the camera up. We screamed and then we freaked out and we ran away. But it felt honestly really good to just scream, fuck you, this piece of shit. Kind of like closing that chapter in our life and realizing we don't have to live in that anxiety anymore. And we don't have to bring that anxiety with us that the school has given us.
Ik dacht oprecht dat dit misschien een struggle zou zijn, maar what the fuck is dit? Dit gaat gewoon goed. Kijk, zie je, zolang je maar dingen probeert, nieuwe dingetjes, en dan kom je achter dat misschien dat het toch niet zo eng is.
Rademaker, goedemiddag. Hallo, met Agnia Holland. Ik had u een tijd geleden een e-mail gestuurd, maar ik weet niet zeker of u die had gezien. Maar ik bel daar eigenlijk nog nu eventjes over. Het gaat erover dat ik een filmmaker ben. En ik maak een documentaire over een kunstenares, Priscilla Koopman. Zij woont in Amsterdam. En het gaat eigenlijk...
Oh ja, ik zag het wel voorbij komen, maar ik krijg zoveel aanvragen dat ik er geen tijd voor heb helaas.
Oh, oké.
Dus dan delete ik het gewoon, omdat ik anders niet aan mijn werk kom. Sorry daarvoor.
Ja, nee, dat is oké.
Ik heb het wel gelezen, ja.
Maar dus het is er niet mogelijk om een keer langs te komen, alleen om gewoon even te praten?
Nee, ik geleden, dus het is echt te vol. Nee.
Oké.
We hebben gebeld en we zijn afgewezen.
Hoe voel je je daarbij?
Ja, wel normaal.
Wil je ooit nog naar die galerij toe?
Ja, zeker, zeker.
You know, life can be really funny in that way. There will be a bunch of doors that will close before you, and also a bunch of doors that will open for you.
Ik kan dat misschien bezoeken, tenminste die exhibition, volgens mij is dat die openen.
And some of the closed doors might open later for you, and vice versa. And that just makes life interesting, and also worth it to keep trying.
Your lighthouse shines inside my soul, guiding me when the world takes its toll. In the garden will Obelia's sway, the petals fall laid in the wave. Oh, your light guides me through the dark like a beacon.
was echt een plekje waar we onze fantasie konden loslaten. En echt eventjes in onze eigen fantasy world, zonder output van de wereld, zeg maar. Ik denk juist aan deze momenten, wanneer het wat rustiger voor mij is. Want dan begin ik echt te appreciëten wat ik wel had, zeg maar. En dat ik deze vriendschap had en dat we zo bezig waren met elkaar. Dus ja.
Anxiety should not stop you and does not stop you. You have to keep going and you have to be kind to yourself.